my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, got enough juice to end the drought. Yeah. I buy like 23. Won't fall again and I put that on me. Yeah. I feel the way, my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah. That's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Come for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drip. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Reaching my goals, I do not feel ashamed. I'm a dog, I'm a beast, and I cannot be tamed. I don't do it for fame, it's the love for the game. I go in like I'm trained. I'm prepared for the rain, they amazed. I ain't break from the sticks and stones they threw. Anything that you can do, I can do it better than you. No matter what I do, achieve, still got something to prove. I spent the check on the diamond cross, but still ain't paid my dues. Gotta be number one, number two never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna cop my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, got enough juice to end the drought. Yeah. I buy like 23. Won't fall again and I put that on me. Yeah. I feel the way, my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah. That's why I had to put my wrist on freeze.
It is a chilly night here in the northeastern U.S., but we've got some football to keep us warm at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. A moment ago, the pride of Massachusetts, the Patriots, introduced to this, as always, sold-out crowd as they get set to go head-to-head with the Baltimore Ravens. The shadows starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
23-yard line.
First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the second round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football in the backfield? To be able to get him in the second round, that's what I call a steal.
Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, second down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And some space here. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A gain of 13. It's a first down. I really enjoy watching Lamar Jackson run those RPOs, Charles, but I'll tell you what, it's tough calling play-by-play because you don't know whether he handed it off or kept it.
Makes you focus, doesn't it? You've got to try and stay with it, and even when we do, we often can get it wrong because our eyes naturally go to him because he creates big plays. But if you're a runner and you're playing with Lamar Jackson, aren't you happy? He creates so much concentration on him, it should open up things for you.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. He's to the 10, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. 22 yards. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Well, Lamar Jackson remembers 7 rushing touchdowns in his MVP season of 2019, and he's into the end zone here as well.
And when you hear that 7 rushing touchdowns in 2019, doesn't it surprise you a little bit?
Yeah, you almost expect more, right?
Yeah, in your mind, you're thinking Lamar Jackson got in the end zone a bunch more. That might be what he does in 2020.
At their own 25-yard line.
Newton and the Patriots with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They begin with a quick throw out left. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
A 7-yard pick.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively, because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move them back in the backfield and make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective nonetheless.
And I think both guys love it. If you're a quarterback, it's an easy completion. If you're a wide receiver, you get the easy reception and also a chance to try to make a play with your feet. 2nd and 12, operating from the 39.
Here we go. Check 26.
From the gun, here's Newton. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And a dump off to White. And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the 1st down. It's a gain of 9, but it's also going to mean a punt here on their opening drive.
A short game that doesn't get them the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
And some room to run now. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
2nd and 10.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Now a handoff for Dobbins. And a good burst there, gets him 7 up to midfield.
Dobbins, the ball carrier.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. but a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 40. Jackson on target to Brown for a Ravens first down. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
Ingram, the ball carrier.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
On 2nd down, it's Ingram. And he's going to take this down close to the 1st as he's brought down at the Patriots' 28. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll run on 1st down. Ingram. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 28-yard line.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now look out. Griffin hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Patriots.
And this is where you need the quarterback to morph into being a running back. The ball can't be away from his body. It can't be loose. It can't be held like he's going to throw it. Tuck it away. Take care of it, because he's going to run through a lot of traffic.
And if he doesn't take care of it, we're going to see less design runs like that. Cam going to bring the Patriots up now, 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Michelle, the ball carrier.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. A give. This is Michelle. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
Taken down.
No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
It's now 3rd and 4.
A shotgun snap for Newton. And that's complete to the tight end, Devin Asiasi. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. More off 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
10 at the 45-yard line. That's the
start of the 2nd quarter from Foxborough. It's the homestanding Patriots with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Michelle. And he's got this down to the 35. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
Sonny Michel comes out of a long line of terrific running backs from the University of Georgia and was a first-round selection for New England in 2018. He does not mind carrying the football, never turns down an opportunity. Top 10 in rushing attempts in the league in 2019.
Cam throwing complete here to Edelman. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
10 at the 17-yard line.
On the ground, this is Michelle. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Patrick Queen.
If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down.
No gain on the play. Leads to
line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. Second and goal. He's going to keep it again. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
We'll give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but it's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
Instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. So they recover their own fumble. Now they face third and short. They'll try and run it with White. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. James White, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
7.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That could be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Back to the ground, this time with Ingram. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
Mark Ingram, the ball carrier.
So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Couple of third-year guys, couple of Pro Bowlers. Jackson to Andrews for the Ravens first. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown.
Marquise Brown.
Marquise Brown, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens have taken the lead.
The kick is
and he'll bang that one through.
Makes the score Ravens 14, Patriots 7.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way. Going with a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Newton on 3rd down. He'll find his tight end here, Asiasi. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down.
At the 42-yard line.
On first down, Newton. Throw caught here by Bird. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Running out of the gun with White. And now White. Not sure exactly what happened, but he's still down. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
All right, need you to check my eyes here. This entire unit defensively, I think, has looked really strong in the first half, especially in the secondary. They've been cohesive, fast to the football, and we just saw another example arriving there to help knock that one away.
Open man is Asiasi, the tight end. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 20-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down. From the red zone now, Newton. That's complete to his running back, Burkhead. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 10 more there and another first down. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Working with 2nd and 5 now. And now he'll tuck it and run. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. After the run, Newton going to throw. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Devin Asiasi, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, it held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And we're under a minute to go here. What's been an even first half all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, just string them together. Could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground and how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
They go screen. This is Ingram. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 12 more yards there and another first down.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 21 yards. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. The Pats at the line, ready to go. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Out of the gun, Newton. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
3rd and long. It's Newton. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. We talk a lot about setting the tone to start the game. Well, you want to start the tone right in the 3rd quarter as well, and nearly lost a football there in their first drive.
And sometimes we overdo it when we talk about halftime adjustments and what teams are going to do. Most of the time, it's just a matter of executing the game plan you brought in. But I'll guarantee you, they didn't draw that play up on the whiteboard at halftime. They're fortunate to retain possession.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. On 1st down, it's Ingram. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That one good for 13 and a Raven 1st down. A gain of 3-4 defense, and that O-line really dominated the D-line on that play.
And think of it this way. With a 3-4, you have a natural bubble over each guard because those guys don't have defenders over them. oftentimes, if you want to run up the middle, they can get upfield and get on the linebackers right now, and that gives the running back a heck of a chance to get into the secondary.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. They'll get 13 yards for the second play in a row.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here, back at the 21-yard. Second and 11 now. On the counter, Ingram. And he stopped immediately there. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Ingram again. Open space inside the 10. And all the way down to the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football, caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
They'll run here with Ingram. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Ball carrier.
Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time. Now a toss left side for Dobbins. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Stop short of the goal line.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal.
4th and goal at the 1-yard line.
Field goal would break the tie, but look at this. Instead, they're going to go for it on 4th and goal. And he didn't get there. Knocked backwards to the 2-yard line. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Patriots get the football back. From the end zone, Newton. Escaping the pressure right. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. N'Keal Harry was the intended target. And it's 2nd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Now it looks like we've got a Patriot down, slow to get up. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Newton. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. Ingram, and they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
The tackle made at the 47.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Again, they'll run with Ingram. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
It's worth noting when you talk about Jackson's running ability, the Baltimore wide receivers had just over 1,400 receiving yards combined last year. And, Charles, that was the fewest yards by a wide receiver group in the NFL since 2011.
And, partner, I expect that number to go up this year. Last season, Lamar Jackson got very comfortable with his tight end group. In fact, he had one tight end that went to the Pro Bowl. But I think now, because of his ability to run the ball, it'll bring defenders closer to the line of scrimmage, and you'll see more big plays from the wide receivers downfield.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
His throw caught at about the 5. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll come out in the pistol. They'll run with Dobbins. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
Stopped short of the goal line.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
And they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. They'll try to run with Dobbins.
And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3.
And now 3rd and goal coming up. The loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder. And they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
No gain on the play that time. So a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal.
Right at the line of
Temptation there certainly to go for this, but I think you have to kick it, right?
The temptation coming from the fantasy owners, right? I mean, there are some that are going to want to kick it because they may have that kicker, but overall, get more yardage, maybe a chance for a touchdown. But no, absolutely not. Run that field goal kicker out there. Kick it. You got to take the chance to take the lead right now. You don't want to put it back on your defense.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
At the 42-yard line.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Michel. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Big Calais Campbell fighting through to make the play in the backfield. 13 yards remaining on 2nd down. From the gun, Newton. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Newton. The pass complete. It's Bird. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
Operating from the gun, Newton. And is it a touchdown? No signal. No, they say incomplete. They tried the fade there to the back corner, and Charles, you know very well that can be hard to stay in bounds on that route.
So difficult because you have to start the route to give yourself enough space to actually fade away from the defender and stay in bounds, just as you described. If the defender's able to take away that little bit of cushion, it's often hard to come down inbounds with the ball and complete the play.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. He can run for, and he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Cam Newton scoring on the keeper from 6 yards out. And once again, the Patriots are back out in front. And maybe that was just a case of completely overlooking the guy holding the football.
It certainly felt like it, didn't it? Because on my checklist, okay, as a defender,
QB's last.
Running back, fullback, heck, jet sweeps nowadays. Before you even get to thinking about the quarterback might actually keep it.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
They go play action here on 1st down. Buying time to his left. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
On 2nd